How's it going, everyone? We have the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium lineup officially revealed. Gotta say, PlayStation Plus Extra, another really solid month of offerings, and the games will be live starting on December the 20th outside of one of the titles, which is WWE 2K22. That'll be live on January the 3rd. I don't know why that is, but that is what's going on there. And on top of that, just a really solid lineup of quality games being added. Like, Plus Extra, man, you are getting your money's worth out of this subscription service. So let's break down the lineup. Okay, WWE 2K22, that'll be free. If you like your pro wrestling games, you can go check that out. I think the powers that be, if they could get us a remaster of, like, Here Comes the Pain, that would be pretty exciting. But, yeah, these pro wrestling games aren't really my cup of tea anymore. But, this one does have, like, a lot of features. You have the My Rise single-player campaign modes, and then you also have the manager mode, which I know a lot of people really wanted manager mode to come back, so manager mode's in there as well. So that'll be added January the 3rd for that. Far Cry 5, another solid addition. This is, of course, with the Ubisoft partnership, where it seems like they're consistently rolling out games on Plus Premium. Excuse me, on Plus Extra and Plus Premium, obviously, by default. Yeah, so Far Cry 5's a good addition. You also get Far Cry New Dawn here. Kinda whack that Ubisoft's bringing a lot of games to their servers, but then they're also taking games away, like AC Valhalla. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but Far Cry's a nice addition. I mean, a lot of people have played it, but at this point, if you haven't, it's a fun game to go into and mess around with. That's kind of what I see Far Cry as, is just an open world game to, not take too seriously, but, have a decent time with it. You have New Dawn as well. Far Cry Primal, which has, like, the fundamental elements of Far Cry, but at the same time completely, changes the script as far as the setting and whatnot. I thought it was a pretty decent game, so, just having it as a part of the service, I think that's solid. So they're going really all in with Far Cry, throwing in New Dawn 5 and Far Cry Primal. Mordor Shell also available, so that's a nice addition. That's PS4 and PS5. Here's a big one, Judgment, PS4 and PS5 copies of Judgment. You know what I find kind of humorous? So Sony has, like, this promotional image on their website for the update, the blog post, and, like, you don't picture Judgment in that image, like your promotional image that you're gonna roll out. Like, Judgment's a big game, I feel, and that's a really nice addition. I know that the Yakuza games have been on Plus for a while, so, if you're thinking, hey, if those people wanted to subscribe to the service, they would have already subscribed for Yakuza. But yeah, Judgment's a fantastic game, so that being added into the service is awesome. I didn't think they were going to add Judgment. I thought they were just going to roll in the Yakuza titles, but very good addition here as well with Judgment being rolled out. Great main character, solid gameplay, a lot of content, so, if you're looking to do everything in the game, that is quite the undertaking, so bear that in mind. Yakuza Like a Dragon is being added to Plus as well, so here is the issue with this. Great game, but this is a repeat title that was offered as a Plus Essential game, I want to say back in August. Yeah, when they first announced all the Yakuza games coming to Plus, Like a Dragon was a Plus game for August. Kind of, lessens the value, but hey, for whatever reason, if you weren't subscribed, if you're subscribing now with the deal running, that is a pretty nice addition if, again, you missed out on it in August. Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, got added as well, so, if you want to, start with Yakuza 0 and then work your way up through these games, it's going to take a long time, and I think it would be literally impossible to play all of the games sequentially, just because at some point you'd be like, okay, I need to take a break out of Yakuza, just because of how lengthy these games are, so bear that in mind. But yeah, Yakuza 6 being added, Mordor Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, again, two really solid additions here, with two quality open-world action-adventure titles. Again, another series here that, the games have a good bit of content, so definitely good additions here. Again, I know that these are titles that a lot of people already own, but, quantity in Plus Extra, even if it's 1 out of 5 games that you're really interested in, you're still gonna get value out of it given the sheer quantity of games that are being added. So Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, I think that's a solid addition. The Pedestrian is being added for PS4 and PS5, a delightful and unique puzzler. Enjoy a textless adventure where all ideas are shared in icons and your powers of observation will be put to the test. Evil Genius 2, PS4 and PS5 on that. The Adventure Time game is being added as well. Ben 10 Power Trip is being added. Ben 10, that's a throwback. I actually tried to do a rewatch of Ben 10 not that long ago, but yeah, the nostalgia fades pretty quickly when I was watching Ben 10. I believe it's on HBO Max. I think that's how I watched it. Gigantosaurus, the game. You've got Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, so that's like way below down on the list on their blog post, but that's a really solid addition as well. It's more of a classic RPG that I would say is more akin to like PC gaming, but it's a solid game altogether. So I didn't like it as much as Pillars of Eternity 1, but still pretty good. And by the way, it is the Ultimate Edition, so that's pretty nice. Worms WMD, The Escapist 2, and that will round up your PlayStation Plus extra lineup. Again, like, I think this is a pretty solid addition. Like, these are all games that I think, you know, if you're super into video games, you probably played a lot of them. I get that that's people's, you know, criticism. Like, you probably played Far Cry 5, you probably played Primal, you probably played Judgment, especially if you're watching our content. These are a lot of games that you guys probably played, but if you can find 3 to 4 out of the list that, you know, that piques your interest, it's solid value, given that if you pay $70 right now, it works out to just under $6 a month. So I would say another thumbs up month for Plus Extra. I think they're doing a good job here. What you could make the argument they're not doing as good of a job with is PlayStation Plus Premium. So, Plus Premium, the classic titles. We will get Ridge Racer 2, in fact, on PSP. This was kind of, you know, they kind of let the cat out of the bag with this one. Oddworld Abe's Exodus will be added on the PS1. That's definitely a classic that I think some people will be excited for. And then Pinball Heroes, which is PSP. So if you want to play a Pinball PSP game, it does note each table is based on a different PlayStation franchise, like Uncharted and Hot Shots Golf. Should also note, I know you guys love your streamable PS3 games. It's a classic in Heavenly Sword. I remember when Heavenly Sword came out, it was really one of those early PlayStation titles that, PlayStation 3 titles that got people excited about the platform, and the issue was that it was incredibly short and it was a $60 game, and I think that really pushed a lot of people away. But if you guys remember, back in 07, it was starving for owners of a PlayStation 3 as far as having premier exclusives and big budget titles, and Heavenly Sword kind of did fill the gap on that. And Heavenly Sword kind of was one of those games that a lot of people look to. It's done by Ninja Theory, of course, and you know, Ninja Theory does a really good job with action titles, and that's no different here. You know, streaming a fast-paced action title isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but, you know, it is what it is. I know this is a game a ton of people played back in the day in 2007, and I enjoyed it back then. Action games have greatly evolved since the release of Heavenly Sword, but I still think you can go back and have a decent time with it. I haven't played it since the initial PlayStation 3 release, of course, just because, you know, it's not backwards compatible, and I'm not digging out my PS3 at this stage of the game. Although, I do kind of want to play through Infamous 1 again, but that'll have to wait until the future. Nonetheless, Heavenly Sword being rolled out onto the PlayStation Plus Premium catalog of titles. And that's gonna do it for me. Again, Plus Extra, I still think another really, really solid month. You know, last month was pretty good with all of the Kingdom Hearts games, but you're talking Yakuza 6, you're talking Judgment, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War, Yakuza Like a Dragon. A lot of good stuff being rolled out with this Plus, and of course the Far Cry title, so I think people are going to be pretty happy with this, but let me know, am I out to lunch? Especially with the deal running right now on Plus Extra, I think it's a good time to actually have another good month. Plus Premium, on the other hand, I mean, hey, at least we got some classic titles, at least we got some throwback titles, but I still think it could use a lot of work in adding premier titles. And obviously, the holy grail of them all with Plus Premium is if they actually could get PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility running. Like, I think the narrative on Plus Premium, that's the one thing Sony can do to completely shift the narrative on Plus Premium. Everybody would be like, holy hell, gotta get Plus Premium, because now you're talking about downloading those PS3 games. People would be super excited about that, but you know, we'll see if that ultimately happens, and I feel like Sony at this stage of the game, if that does happen, they'll raise Plus Premium to $19.99 or something like that. But let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, you can sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.